Haven't been here in a while. Let's see. I volunteered to go back to exile because, being honest, I kind of want to find the idol again. I mean, it's just like, at this point in the game, we're down to 8 people. It's going to be critical. Every vote's going to be critical from now on. So finding it's going to be a great asset. I had 2 clues to work with, and I looked everywhere that I was unfamiliar with, because I'm sure the idol was in a different location. The problem was, I couldn't find Diddley. I searched long and hard, and I now have to go back to camp. Well, now. And I couldn't find it. Does that mean that Chris has it? I don't know. I don't know if Chris has it, because if he does, that'd be impressive. He found it with only 1 clue. But for now, I have to get my head back in the game and think about what my next move is heading back into camp. Still can't believe I won this, man. I mean, an advantage in an immunity challenge, anyone of your choice, that's a good one to get. Admittedly, that was a fun challenge. Yeah, easy for you to say. You weren't called the biggest backstabber. Yeah, that challenge probably revealed a little too much. Yesterday's challenge revealed a lot about what the tribe is really thinking about. And apparently, a lot of the guys here think that I least deserve to still be in the game. Let me tell you, that sure is a freaking stab in the freaking chest. I mean, jeez. God, that sucks. Well, that challenge sure told me a lot. You weren't voted biggest backstabber. Guys, don't let this stuff get to your heads, okay? If you do, then you're just going to be much more easily manipulated down the road. Well, Eric, how would you feel if everyone said you didn't deserve to still be in the game? You know what I would say? I would say prove them wrong. Right now, we need to stay tight. I still think that we need to get them out, and if we're going to get them out, then we need to shut up and focus. You're still willing to work with me, even after what was revealed about Goldie? Yes. Are you willing to work with me? Yeah. Yes, of course. Then let's get to work. So we agreed? Are we staying tight? We're staying tight. We just have to convince Supeior to stick to our side, and then we can take out the bears. With Goldie's vote off, the line has been drawn in the sand. Myself, Chris, and Jay are a tight trio, and then you have Chun-Li, Beth, and Eric, who seem to be still a tight trio. That means that Supeior is in the middle. He's been kind of running the middle road since the merge, and now's the time where we have to swoop in and get him on our side. And Shadow too. Shadow and Supeior are the swing votes right now, and we have to get to them first before the bears do. If I want to try to get out Chris, Rainer, and Jay, who I don't trust anymore after last vote, then it's gonna require me to try to talk to Supeior and Shadow and get them back on our side. That's the best option we've got. They're the middle. They're the swingers. We gotta get them. This game is gonna get a lot more intense in the future, Supeior, and we need you on our side. You want me to take out the former Aiku dogs? I think that'd be your best interest. I see. Those 3 bears have been tight since the beginning of the game. I can see it. I've sensed it. They always go off and they always have their conversations. What do you think that's gonna tell you? What does it tell me? That you stand no chance going with them. Yeah, I hear you. You know you need us, so we can stay tight and just put everything else under the bridge. I personally think that Rainer and Chris are playing very good social games. They have great wits. We have to get them out now. The bears are going to try to puppeteer you. They're going to say whatever they can to stay alive because they know that they're on the bottom right now. So, what say you? Going back with us? It's a lot. I'll get back to you. Was it something I said? Everyone has been coming up to me all day trying to convince me to get on their side and to target the other group, whether it be the Otari Bears or the Aiku Dogs. It's all been so much, and being in the middle has been so topsy-turvy for me that I need to take a break. Hi. Mind if I sit with you? Yeah. We've gone 26 days in this game. It's crazy, isn't it? A little bit, yeah. Sorry if it's been overwhelming for you. I think everyone kind of knows you're in the middle right now. It's such a big decision, and I feel kind of bad for Supeior. He's been under a lot of stress lately, and it sure doesn't help when everyone's coming up to him telling him, "Oh, you're making the wrong choice if you go with the other group." So the best thing I could do is just try to be a friend right now. Look, I'm not going to try to sway you or anything, but I just want you to know that you're my friend, and as my friend, I just want to tell you, you should do what you think's best. You've always been so good to me, Chris. It would kill me to try to go against you. Then why would you? I have to think about the long term, not just the short term, you know? Will I get more benefits sticking with the Aikus or going with the others? One thing I've learned out here, you can't have regret going forward. So just don't. Whatever decision you make, be strong about it. Hey, you two. Shadow! Hold me up! What's going on? You may want to be careful when you get back in there, because everyone's gonna want to talk to you. Everyone? Everyone! Okay, I got this. Upon getting back from exile, I realized really quickly that I was kind of in a power position, which was really weird. So the first thing I decided to do was I needed to get some resolve done. So I decided to talk to Beth. We need to get something straight. And what's that? Let's be honest, you don't like me. And frankly, I don't like you. Well, I'm loving the way this conversation is starting. Am I in a position where I have the power to vote you out? Maybe. The answer is yes. Eric, we can't trust him. He voted off Goldie. He turned his back on us. Apparently for reason. I want to know how tight we can make this alliance work. I am worried about Jay, Rainer, and Chris. Those three are strong players. He's right about that. Look, if we're gonna work together, I don't even know what words to use. That's not helpful. Well, I clearly have a lot of things to think about, don't I? Ow! What was that for? Not being good with your words. Typical Beth. Always so selfish with her decisions. Have you ever thought about joining up with us permanently? It's definitely crossed my mind. I'm not saying that I'm set in stone or anything, though. I don't expect you to. But I can promise you that we can work together. If you can get Supeior on board, then that's a solid 5 right there. You guys seem pretty cool, and I like what I know about you guys. We won't rush you or anything. But everything's open on our end. Alright. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to notice the rift between Beth and Shadow, and that could be so beneficiary for my alliance. If Shadow and Beth hate each other enough, then that probably means that Shadow be willing to turn against the Bears. Ooh, I hope that it works. Everything is swirling in my head. There's so much going on, and I am at the heart of it, which is such a different feeling. At the beginning of this game, I was always the one going up to everybody, but now everyone's coming up to me. For me, it's a great feeling, because that means that I am the deciding voice. We'll see how tomorrow goes, and then the Tribal Council comes. But I've got to make this decision, and fast.